You guys requested, I decided to do a few videos showing the yellow belt techniques. I know you guys are wanting to practice it at home, which is really, really awesome. Remember, just about 5 minutes a day is really all you need to practice these techniques. You can even pick one and really focus on it, or you can go through the whole repertoire and get a really good cardio workout out of this. So we'll go through it one at a time. I'm going to try to do this in one big file and upload it to YouTube for you guys. So we'll see how that works. So we'll start with the first one, and bear with me that I didn't bring my paper with me, my cheat sheet, so I'm going to have to do this from memory, and it might be a little bit sloppier. I might get the names mixed up. So first one, as you guys remember, is the laid sword, okay? So standing in a ready position with your hands up, because remember, you don't want any trouble. You're just trying to have everybody relax. Be like, back off. Am I?
Back up more.
Okay. Well, I'm worried that...
You're good. You're good.
Okay. Yeah, I got space. Well, I just want to make sure I got space with the wall here. So your hands are up with the blade sword, with all these really, and you're just trying to placate whoever's in front of you. You don't want any trouble. It's a right punch or right push coming in. So the right hand is coming in at you. So you want to step back, sink into that inward block, follow it up with a front ball kick to the groin or the stomach, doubling him over, and drop down with a knife hand to the back of the neck. So I'm going to do that slow like that time, then I'll do it fast from the front, from the side, and from the back. We'll do that with each of these techniques. We'll just go through them, okay? So delayed sword. From the side. From the back. All right. The next one is alternating maces. It's one of the maces, guys. You know how confusing, because we got alternating maces, we got mace of aggression, we got attacking maces. This should be alternating maces as the second one. But it is the attack is a two-hand push, low coming in, kind of like a football player who doesn't necessarily know martial arts or fighting. He's going to come in at you and just going to be like, rah! This is one way to deal with that. So it starts off similar to delayed sword. You step back, do a right inward block, then you twist out, rotating your hips, vertical thrust punch to the sternum, doubling him over, then you twist out again with a back fist to the temple, okay? So attacking, alternating maces. From the side, from the back. All right, the third one is sword of destruction. Now this is the opposite one. You may have heard me describe it as the opposite, as delayed sword, because
Sword of destruction.
Hey, you can speak. They know you're on there. My wife is recording this.
Well, but they can't see my intense face saying sword of destruction.
Oh. Well, Jackie's very intense looking right now. Actually, if you'll bear with me, these tattoo boots are great for training, but because we're in a thickly carpeted hotel room, I'm going to take them off because they're giving me too much traction.
Actually, that makes your feet way easier to see. That's good.
Ah, that was my plan all along.
Because there's a black background behind your feet.
Right. So, oh, that feels good. So, where are we? Sword of destruction. So,
sword of destruction.
Thank you, honey. We should get you an echoey voice. Sword of destruction. That'd be great. So, the attack is similar, but it's a left punch coming in. Instead of a right punch or push, it's a left punch. Sometimes it will be a roundhouse hooking punch or maybe a straight-on punch. Either way. So, as the punch is coming in here, I'm going to step back, just like with delayed sword, but this time I'm doing an outward block with my right hand. Doing another front ball kick, again to the groin or stomach to double him over, and bring in an inward hand sword, inward chop. All right? From your ready stance. All right, from the side. Sword of destruction from the back. All right. Now, next one, not checking the storm, is deflecting hammer. So, if you guys remember, this is one of my favorites. The attack from your opponent is a front ball kick, or right front ball kick coming in. He's trying to kick the crud out of you, knock you into that wall. So you're just going to work that power against him. Are you getting me out of the focus there? Sorry. So you're going to work that power against him by knocking that foot out of the way. It's sending him spinning. All right? Leave him vulnerable. So you start, again, you're always coming from this position. You can come from a fighting stance, but you're trying not to be too aggressive, okay? These are defensive situations, so it's good. You're most likely going to be just kind of standing around when you're in a defensive situation. So your hands are up, the kick is coming in, you're going to do a right lower block with this one because it's a low kick coming in. So you step back, downward block, and it's going to send him drifting this way. You stop and grab that sleeve, at the cuff of his jacket, the sleeve, even the arm if you want, anything that you can get a hold of to pull him in. You bring it around into that elbow strike. All right? So once again, from a ready position, we'll go fast, front, side, and back. All right, deflecting hammer. You got me, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Remember, one thing I forgot to add. Remember that on that elbow, you want to just slight shuffle in because you're driving that power into it. All right, from the back, deflecting hammer. All right. The next one. Honey, how? What is it? Is it checking the storm? Okay, we're at 4. Checking the storm. Mace aggression. Attacking mace.
Is there spearing the dragon? Because that'd be cool.
That would be a cool one, but no. And the last one is sword and hammer. Yeah, so it should be checking the storm. Now remember, this is the hump one. This is like the middle pinnacle of the yellow belt. Dear, don't laugh at me. One of the most complicated ones in the yellow belt. But you guys, I know you can do it because I saw you guys doing it and you did it great. So the attack is a right club. I wish I had my stick with me, but I don't. Somebody has a stick or a club or a pipe. They don't necessarily know how to use it. They don't know angles of attack that would work in Eskrima. This looks a lot cooler with a stick in my hand. They just know, they're trying to swing into your head, trying to bash your head open. So remember, you don't want to block that. You're not going to stop it epically in midair. You want to get out of the way. You want to send him flying past you to get out of the way of that club. So once again, in your ready position, you're going to step out to 3 o'clock into a cat stance, facing about 10:30. Remember how I told you the points of the clock? 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock. You want to be facing towards that 10:30 mark when that cat stance. So you're going to slide out with a double parry, cat stance facing 10:30. Don't fall asleep, dear. She's getting bored. So, club coming in, step out. You still got me, huh? Okay.
You're fine.
Facing 10:30, because your opponent is now swung past you, and he's right there ready for that front ball kick. For the groin or the stomach, I prefer the groin, especially for this. Land in a twist, and bring it around for a knife side edge to the knee, collapsing that leg. As you land, drive that back fist into his temple, and take that club away, and cover up. Excuse me, sorry about that. Now you want to make sure you're always taking that club away. Remember, you want to not only stop him, but you want to disarm him, make sure he doesn't get up and start swinging at you again. Because he's not going to be ready for that. He's going to be ready for that trick twice. Sorry. All right, so let's do that fast on all 3 sides. Checking the storm. From the side. Let's see if we got space here. You see that I'm in the camera?
Hold on.
Bear with us, guys. We're in a tiny hotel room here.
Okay,
so.
you're good. Go.
Okay. And from the back, we got the right angle.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, number 6 is Mace of Aggression. That was the one that always confused me a little bit. And I remember because I taught you in a confusing way. But we'll get through it. So this one, the attack is a 2-hand lapel grab pulling in. So he's like some 50s mafia thug being like, hey, you see here, yeah. So Jackie's gesturing at me.
Backwards. Go backwards.
Right.
Thank you.
Thanks, hon. Just speak up. They know you're here now.
Well, they saw my finger point.
So it kind of defeats the purpose of life. So, Mace of Aggression. So your opponent has your lapels of your jacket, the collar of your shirt, whatever, maybe even in the choking throat lock, any variation like that. They're pulling you in. Now, you want to get him off you and break his grip, but you don't want him to get away because you're going to do more to him. So you start by pinning his arms with your right arm. At the same time, you're going to step with your right foot and stomp on his instep, like so. After that, you're going to follow up and shuffle in by pulling. You're going to pull him on his arms, pull him in further, and shuffle in with an elbow strike, with a sandwich elbow strike. Make sure you're grabbing that head, driving that elbow in. I just hit my own ring, that hurt. That's why we don't wear jewelry when we're practicing karate. So again, I'll work that slow, really quick. So you're pinning, stomping, shuffling, elbow strike. Make sure you're pulling in to that elbow strike. All right? Do it fast from all three sides. Mace of aggression. All right. Number 7. No? Hold on. I'm going to remember this number. Blade sword. Alternating maces. Sword of destruction. Deflecting hammer. Checking the storm. Mace of aggression. What did I say? My wife's looking so confused. Did I say one yet?
I don't know.
It's also really late. It's like 1 a.m. here, guys, so we're like crazy wired on no sleep. Attacking mace, excuse me.
Alternating.
Is it alternate? No, alternating was the second.
Oh.
This is why I get these confused. Attacking mace, that's number 7. Then we got one more, okay? So number 7 is attacking mace. And that one starts a little bit like delayed sword, but if you were doing delayed sword on the left side. So you're actually shifting back with your right foot. You got me in there, huh? Okay. Actually shifting back with your right foot. And the attack is a left punch, a left thrusting punch. Okay. So they're coming in from the front or from the rear. So it's the left thrusting punch coming in. You're again in your ready stance. Slide back with your left foot. Set into that left inward block. Okay. Follow up with a straight punch to the sternum or to the ribs, because when you block inward, his ribs are going to show a nice target right here. They're going to be wide open. Punch to the ribs, but you don't want him to get away, because as soon as you punch him, he's going to go, he's going to be crumpling. So punch to the rib before you can get away. Wrap and grab that arm, grab the sleeve, the cuff, the shoulder, whatever you can get a hold of. Punch, grab, pull him into that front ball kick, into the groin or sternum, and set and twist, pull him in, get another rib shot or kidney shot with that uppercut. Okay, did you get all that one? Okay, so we'll do it fast. I know that's a lot of info, but you guys have been doing great on this, so I have no doubt you're going to pull this off. So this is attacking mace. Always got to remember those maces. So, ready? From the side. From the rear. But make sure when doing that, especially at the end, when you're doing that final uppercut, rotate those hips. Get that power. Remember, there's a power principle that we might or might not have talked about a little bit, but one of the major ones that you'll learn is torque. And that's when you're rotating your body mass as though it's a twisted rubber band to generate power, rotating your hips. So, that was attacking mace. The final one is the easy one. It's like a quick move. This is sword and hammer. And it's really easy because all it is somebody coming up and grabbing you on your right hand side with their left hand. They're coming up, grabbing you for whatever reason, trying to be aggressive, trying to spin you around for a punch, whatever it may be. You're going to stop them before they do that. So you pin that hand to your left shoulder, slide out into a horse stance, do a hand sword to the throat, bring it back, and rotate your hips as you do a hammer fist to the groin. That pulls them in, gets that power going. Alternatively, it can be better to slide out with your left foot into a horse stance because that pulls them off balance. Matter of fact, I might have to check my notes because I think you might need to slide out that way. But I'm not sure it specifies. I just, analyzing the technique a little bit, think that it would be probably better to slide out to your left because you want to pull them off balance. You don't want to go into it necessarily unless you're trying to trap him. Okay, so stuff to think about. You could do it from either direction, but let that process in your brain and hopefully we'll cover that more in future classes, okay? So sword and hammer. Once again, I'll do it slow real quick. Pin, slide out to horse stance, knife hand, hammer fist to the groin. Knife to the throat, hammer to the groin. Or sword to the throat, hammer to the groin. That's what I call sword and hammer. Hey, how about that? So we'll do it fast from all three directions. All right. Get him from your ready stance. Less useful in this situation because he's not coming from the front. He's just sneaking up behind you. But you can still start from ready stance if it helps. Pin. Slide out. Oh, I'm doing these fast, aren't I? Yeah. Sorry, buddy. All right. From the side, you might not be able to see much from there.
Why don't you face that way?
Because it runs a uniformity gear. Jeez. I'm just being mean to Jackie. Don't worry, I really like her. Can you see me okay? Okay, pin. And from the rear. Sword and hammer. Alright guys, that's all 8 techniques. Remember, you guys are going to be testing for your yellow belt soon because you have all these ones and these are all you need for yellow belt. So work these drillies, work them from different angles. Think about different perspectives you might have. If you feel like there's something that could add to it that could be beneficial, work it in. See how it works. Experiment with it. Experiment with maybe blending multiple techniques together. We'll get that in advanced belts. Oh, sorry. I'm all excited. I'm going to like, yeah. As we get to advanced belts, we'll talk a little bit more about different techniques blend together. Matter of fact, you'll find that some of the later techniques have endings that kind of become the beginnings of other techniques. So it's weird how they can kind of fit together like puzzle pieces. See how they blend, see your potential options, the potential obstacles, wrestle with these with your mind. And if you have nothing else to do, just pick one and work on it in front of the TV. And be like, I want to figure out that sword and hammer, so I'm going to work on it during commercial breaks. Or that delayed sword's always messing me up, so, you know, in between this show or that show, whatever. Be creative with it, guys. Anyway, happy training. Thanks for letting me work up a sweat, because I really needed it. I went to a buffet today and ate way too much.
In the South, no less.
Yeah, in the South, where it's like carbohydrate, gravy laden everything. Oh, it's delicious. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a Merry Christmas. I miss you, and I will see you all probably after the 30th. I don't know yet if we're going to have classes on the 3rd, excuse me. But we'll find out. All right. Take care, guys. Keep training.